Welcome, friends, to an action-packed episode of A VGM Journey. And I'm your host, The Messenger. The track that we're playing in today's show is the title screen from the game Skitchin, and that was composed by Jeff Van Dyck. Got a lot of fun tracks for you guys this week, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get right into it. So this next track I got, it's from Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. The track is The Port of Adia, and it was composed by Darren Mitchell. That track that you just heard, that was the port of Adia from the game Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, and it was composed by Darren Mitchell. I'm dedicating that track to a Mr. John Jekyll, who you might better known as Mixmaster. So I've been hearing that he's going to be starting to stream a whole lot coming up, even some nice, retro stuff. So I'm pretty excited to see all that, and I'm assuming that we might see some Turok 2 in the future. So I know this is your jam, but you want to know what else is my jam? This next track, it is Fulgore's theme from the game Killer Instinct 2, and that was composed by Beanland. That pretty rockin' track that you just heard, that was Fulgore's theme from the game Killer Instinct 2, and that was composed by Beanland. I always thought that Fulgore was super badass, and if you're not familiar with Fulgore, I will tell you this. He's a badass robot. That's all I gotta say. In Killer Instinct 2, it's a pretty fun game. I don't have too much experience with it, but the few times that I've played it, it's a blast, and I would normally find myself playing as either Fulgore or Jago. And when it came to coming up with tracks, it was either going to be this or Gargos' theme, which he was the big bad of the game, also another rocking track. And I always thought that Fulgore was pretty cool. So cool that in a Dungeons and Dragons group that I was a part of, I named my character after Fulgore. So I wanted to keep the Fulgore name living on. This next track, I think it's pretty cool. It's from the game Wolfenstein 3D. The track is Get Them Before They Get You, and that was composed by Robert Prince. That track that you just heard, that was Get Them Before They Get You from the game Wolfenstein 3D, and that was composed by Robert Prince. I've made no secret on this show, or pretty much anything that I've ever been on, that I really, really love Doom and anything Doom related. And that same love goes to Wolfenstein 3D as well. I think it's a really good game, even if it seems a bit bare bones compared to Doom. I wouldn't really say bare bones. I would say more obsolete. But it's still a really fun game to play. And if you're not familiar with Wolfenstein 3D, which I gotta say, that's insane. But the main point of the game is that you play as BJ Blazkowicz as you're going from floor to floor, killing Nazis, and finding secrets along the way. And the first time that I played the game was actually the late 2000s iOS release. It was just one of those games I was like, okay, I heard a lot about this game. This game is a pretty big deal in the history of video gaming. I'm going to try it out. And I was hooked. I thought it was pretty fun. I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of like Doom, except this came out before Doom. And it was made by the same studio as Doom as well. So yeah. And this track was pretty special. I remember hearing it on the first level of the game, and I want to say that's it. It's been quite a while since I played the game. And now that I'm talking about it, I think I want to play it again. So hope you guys really like that. This next track is from another game that I really liked. It's from Advance Wars, Days of Ruin. The track is We Will Prevail, and it was composed by Yoshito Hirano. That track that you just heard, that was We Will Prevail from the game Advance Wars, Days of Ruin, and that was composed by Yoshito Hirano. And that's going to just about do it for the show this week. If you like what you've been listening to, give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. And if your friends are looking for something new, have them check me out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, whatever pod-catching service that you can think of, I'm more than likely going to be on there. You can also email the show at vgmjourney@yahoo.com. And also, you could check us out on Twitter at VGMJourney. I'm going to play out with one more track. It's from the game Halo 3. The track is Never Forget, and it was composed by Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvator. Have a good week, everyone.
Ultra!